Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 485. The title of today's lesson is the difference between pat, pet, and tap. Okay, this is one that sometimes students ask. I can understand how it can be confusing, and as I research it, it could be more confusing because there might be some slight variances between like American English, British English, and Australian English as well. Okay, if somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. Let's get right to it. If you pat someone or something, you tap them lightly, especially up and down or perpendicular, usually with a flat open hand. All right, so the ones I'm giving you, or the definition I'm giving you is probably more focused on American English. So it's important to note that. Tap could be with an open hand or just a few fingers. So when we're patting someone, that could be, like you pat someone on the back. But when you tap, you could also tap like, hey, 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 to get, even though tap would probably be a little faster. Pat would probably be a little slower. We're going to get to pat in a minute, because pat is more like you're showing that you like somebody or congratulating them, they did something good. A tap is more about getting attention, really. So let's continue. So tap could be, but tap sometimes is not with a full open hand too. Sometimes it's just a couple of fingers. Somebody might tap you with a couple of fingers. We wouldn't call that pat. Pat has to be an open hand. All right. So pat could be used to get attention, but we often use pat to show that we like them, or we like what they did, or to make someone feel better. Okay. So you might say these phrases as you pat someone. Good job. Like maybe the boss might pat somebody on the, yeah, good job, well done. Or if somebody was sad, don't worry, it's okay. Although that would probably be slower, but still kind of a pat. It's okay, something like that. So, etc. So that's the way we would use more with a pat. All right, let's go to pet for a bit. If you pet an animal or person, so you can do both, although it's very different for both, you touch them in a gentle way, usually running one's open flat hand along the body. So you're usually going like this, you're running it, you're moving, it's usually moving when you are petting someone. So pet an animal, that's the way it is. Your hand is usually touching the surface of them and going along it. Okay, let's continue. If two lovers pet each other, so if it's persons petting each other, they also touch with an open hand along the surface of one's body, but usually more in a sexual way. So if they were making out, they're touching, and the hands might be moving in many directions on the body, especially towards the sexual area. But that could be called petting as well. So it's different with humans. If we say one human pets another human, humans don't usually pet a human like they pet a dog. So it's usually different, and it's usually more in a romantic way. All right, let's continue. If you tap a person, you touch them gently also. You usually up and down. So again, like we said before, so tap is more like that. So it's up and down in a repeated manner. So it's usually a little faster than pat, tapping, okay? Especially to ask them to move, like, excuse me, get somebody's attention. Excuse me, can you move over, make some room, space, something like that. Or just simply to get their attention about something. Okay, good. Shut down, or to get attention, all right. I also found through research, okay, when petting animals, there might be different words in different types of English. So American English, we mostly say pet. So if you're petting an animal, we say that you pet an animal. Okay, good. Australians actually would say tap. So this is where some confusion might come in. Americans don't say tap. You don't tap an animal, because then it sounds like you're doing this to the animal. I guess you could tap the animal's head gently, but that's for a different reason. That's not real. We wouldn't call that petting. Yeah, okay. All right, so they say tap. The British say stroke. Okay, now we say stroke in American English too, but stroke sounds longer And softer stroke. Stroke could be more sexual as well. So we don't usually say that we stroke a dog. Sounds like we're too involved. It doesn't sound like normal petting. It sounds a little strange. but people could stroke each other. Again, it could be just that you're, kind of like massaging someone, or you like someone in that way. Or it could also be in a sexual way. Okay, let's continue. All right, and here is 6 examples to try to give you a better idea of, when you're more likely to use one than the other. So here's the first one. I patted him on the back as a way to congratulate him for hitting a home run. All right, good job, great. That would be patting. She patted him on the back to let him know everything was okay. All right, this was the other one. Don't worry, it's okay. A little slower, but also patting with an open hand. My dog often comes up to me to be petted. A lot of dogs often like to be petted. It's very soothing for them. So they may actually come up to you and want you to pet them. Mm-hmm. Number 4 here. That couple was making out in a corner and petting each other. So again, that's another way that we might use it with people. Number 5, I tapped him on the shoulder to ask him to move over. Hey, excuse me, buddy, can you move over? Something like that. And number 6, I tapped him on the arm to signal that he dropped something. So sometimes you'll do that with somebody. Hey, excuse me, hey, look, you dropped that. Something like that. So that would more likely be tap rather than pat. It would be tap. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. I hope you got a better feel about when you'd probably use one over the other one. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.